Today we're going to look at mid-segments and their properties. Typically we will do an activity this day in class before we do these notes, and you'll notice that they're very, very short. So the activity is posted for you if you would like to complete that. However, if not, you're welcome to kind of watch the video and get a quick summary of what's happening here. So a mid-segment is a segment that connects the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. So in our picture we have a mid-segment here that's connecting this midpoint to this one. We have another mid-segment here that's connecting those two midpoints, and we have this last one right here. And that's going to have two properties for every single mid-segment that we have. So our mid-segment theorem is here, and I would recommend that you pause the video to jot that down. It says that that segment is parallel to the third side, and it's half as long as that side. So if you're looking at this mid-segment here, this is parallel to this side, and it's half the size of that. So for example, if this were 20, this mid-segment would be 10. So in the examples that they give us here, if this mid-segment is 5, and we know it's a mid-segment because they said that, and there's a little typo there, so I apologize for that. But if we know this is a mid-segment, that tells us that it's half the size of that third side, so that third side is 10. Now don't be thrown off if you get something like this. If this is a mid-segment, remember that that is a midpoint, which means that x in this case would just be 6. So I would jot down these pieces here that we know all about a mid-segment, what it is, what the properties are, and so on. So that third property here says that it creates corresponding angles, meaning this angle corresponds to this one, and this angle corresponds to this one, all the way from way back when we talked about parallel lines. Step 4, or property 4 if you will, has two different alternatives. You can either double the mid-segment and set it equal to the base, or you can set the mid-segment equal to half of the base. Pause here if you need to jot all of this down. So looking at what we have here, we know a couple of different pieces of information. We know that we've got mid-segments, and we are looking for the parallel side. So for this section, it says name the triangle sides that are parallel to the given side. So if we're looking at AB, AB is parallel to ZY. So I'm going to put a parallel symbol in here and then name that segment. CB is parallel to ZX, and put a parallel symbol here. And then XY is parallel to AC. On the other side over here, AC would be parallel to XY. Again, XY is parallel to AC. And ZY is parallel to AB. So that is property 1 of our mid-segments. This is property 2. So remember, we have two options here. We can either double this mid-segment, which allows us hopefully to avoid using fractions, and set it equal to the base, or we can cut the base in half, which might give us some decimals and fractions from time to time, and set it equal to the mid-segment. So typically I'm going to do double the mid-segment equals the base. So if I double 3x, then it equals 54. So if 6x equals 54, then all I need to do is divide by 6, and I end up with an x value of 9. For this one here, this is my smaller segment, or my mid-segment. So double the mid-segment equals the base. Double this mid-segment will equal that base. So finish both of these on your own, and then come back to check the answer. So you should end up with x equals 3 and x equals 3.5. So in this case, it says if I know AB is 3x plus 8 and GJ is 2x plus 24, what is the length of AB? So remember that we want to double the midsegment. So double the 3x plus 8 equals the base, 2x plus 24. So when we distribute that, we've got 6x plus 16. And our x value comes out to be 2. But they don't just want the x value of 2. They want you to find the length of AB. So I need to go back and plug that in here. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. So there's a couple other examples here as well. So I would recommend that you try those on your own just for practice. But every time, remember that we are doubling that midsegment to set it equal to the base. This note is from a previous semester, so please ignore that. But at this point, this concludes our notes on midsegments. Please make sure that you complete the practice and email me if you have questions. Have a great day.